Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to this video. So, the year of 2022 is drawing to a close and I thought it'd be time to, do my top 10 best horror movies of this year. Because we've had quite the good year for it, I think. So, I thought I would, I've managed to narrow it down to 10. Wasn't an easy task, but I did it anyway. And yeah, I've got a top 10 list. So here we go. Before I get my top 10 out and going, I just want to throw in some honourable mentions, and they are two. Halloween Ends. I was very close to putting this in my top 10. In fact, I was wanting to go in and liking this one, but I gotta say, it was a bit of a letdown. I mean, it was good when we got to the good bits, but, like I say, it was okay, but just not brilliant. I guess because I went in expecting a brutal slasher like the previous films, but I'm just glad we got to see the end of this trilogy and we got to see a final showdown. I mean, not much of one, but we got to see, it happen and, it come to a close. So, yeah. I mean, I still liked it. I just didn't like. It was. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I would go into. Good Easter eggs as well in there, but yeah, Halloween Ends. I have to put it in honourable mentions. Another honourable mention is Orphan First Kill. Interesting prequel. I did like the twist. I just thought when you thought they couldn't get a twist on us, they put a twist in there with the mother having secrets of her own, the adopted mother. And then Prey, the Predator franchise, back, available for streaming. I thought it was an interesting prequel, and I enjoyed it. I kind of thought it more of an action film, which it was, and I felt like it was a Predator film, but it was good enough for me. I was happy with what they did. Another honourable mention is Werewolf by Night. This one was a surprise. It's a 50-minute special by Marvel Studios on Disney Plus, and yeah, I really want to see them do more with this kind of stuff in the MCU. I very much enjoyed it. Okay, enough chinwagging. Let's get to our top 10 for what we're here for. So, my number 10 is Hellraiser. This was, a surprisingly good remake. People were all like, saying, oh, Pinhead shouldn't be a female, it should stay as a man. But Jamie Clayton, she blew me away with her performance as, Pinhead. In fact, she wasn't even called Pinhead in this, she was called the Hell Priest or Priestess. This one was, I felt, truer to the source material with it, the Hellbound Heart. Because in that story, Pinhead was female. I also like the take they did on the Cenobites in this one. Very enjoyable. Number 9 is Nope. Yes, Jordan Peele strikes again with his third outing in the horror genre, and I went into this expecting a UFO film, which is what we kind of was sort of advertising, but they impressed me again by the UFO and it being more than just a UFO, with it being something a lot more unsettling and sinister. I'd say this is the weakest of his three movies that he's had out, but still, it was good enough for me. And 3 films in, and he's already considered a master of horror. So, yeah, Nope. I look forward to seeing whatever project he got next. So yeah, Nope. Number 8 is X. Yes, Mia Goth, with Brittany Snow, Jenna Ortega, and a few other people. This was a great one, written and directed by Ty West, set in the 1970s, following a group of adult filmmakers going to a remote farm to make an adult film, only to discover that the elderly couple that live there have dark secrets of their own. And Mia Goth, she put up a dual performance by playing, Maxine Minx in the movie and Pearl, the creepy old woman. Underneath all that makeup, I was like, that's Mia Goth. And that led to a prequel a couple months later, which we'll get to later on in this list because it is in there. So yeah, X. Number five, not number five, number seven, Fresh. Yes, Fresh. Cannibalistic horror where a young woman is kidnapped by this bloke that she starts dating, and he's turns out to be a deranged lunatic that butchers women and sells them off to wealthy people. This film did make me hungry. It did make me crave spaghetti bolognese. But Sebastian Stan, he's done three great performances for Disney Plus. Playing Bucky in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this movie Fresh, and Pam and Tommy as well. And yeah, I really loved his performance in this, especially with the young actress also starring in it with him. And the opening act is kind of like a romantic drama. The first half an hour. Then when it gets half an hour in, I'm like, that was just the opening act. It was a surprisingly good film, and I enjoyed it. So Fresh. Number 6 is Scream, or Scream 5. So in January, so at the very start of this year, the Scream franchise made a return, and we got Scream. They were doing the whole requel thing, like a reference to Halloween and that with the title, and I'm going to say, I enjoyed this one a lot more than I thought I would. We got a return of the original three, Sidney, Dewey and Gale, or, Nev Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox. And they shocked us with one of those three. And I'm sure you know what it is, who it is who bites the dust. And we got like a new generation of, characters in there too, including one of them played by Jenna Ortega, an actress that I've really took a shining to with, seeing her performances in X and Scream and, Wednesday. So, yeah. This one was an enjoyable, requel, as they say. And we've got a 6th movie coming in March 2023, so I look forward to that greatly. So that's probably an anticipated movie for 2023. So yeah, Scream. Coming in at number 5, we have The Black Phone. So, Scott Derrickson and Ethan Hawke team up again to give us another chilling horror movie. Not as chilling as Sinister, but chilling enough where I found Ethan Hawke at one point unnerving. Ethan Hawke plays a child killer called the Grabber, and we follow this young boy that he's holding prisoner, and he's talking to the deceased victims of his previous kids, through a black phone. This is based on a short story by Joe Hill, who is, of course, the son of Stephen King. And I gotta say, like father, like son, it was an enjoyable film, and, it was very interesting seeing Ethan Hawke play a baddie. So, yeah, The Black Phone. Number 4 is Smile. This, was, based off a short film called, is it some Jen Hasn't Slept? Oh, the title slipped my mind now, but this got, given a bigger budget and was made into a theatrical film which starred Sosie Bacon, Kevin Bacon's daughter, where she's a psychiatrist who is passed on this curse where she sees this smiling demonic entity and has to try and find a way to lift it before it gets her. This was, I thought, yeah, we're going to get jump scares in this, and we did. It was a surprising hit, and I did enjoy it. I do feel, though, that the final act, with its visual effects, did let it down a bit, but still enjoyable. So, only 3 more left, and at number 3, it is Pearl. Yes, so like I said earlier, we had X around the early part of the year. Then, about 6 months later, Ty West and Mia Goth treated us to this prequel, Pearl, following the old woman, Pearl, young in this, set around the dying days of World War One, and around the time of the Spanish flu pandemic. we see Mia Goth play Pearl, who dreams of being a successful dancer, and I gotta say, I do feel for her. But also, she descends into a spiral of madness and insanity. And Mia Goth, she just put up a brilliant performance, including that one scene where she sat at the table with her character's sister-in-law and she just talks for 10 minutes and lets all her feelings out. That is a powerful and brilliant scene, I think. And Mia Goth, brilliant. And I look forward to the third part of this trilogy, which is coming out in 23. So yeah, Pearl. Two more left. What are they? At number 2, it is Barbarian. Yes, Bill Skarsgård, some other woman, and Justin Long and Richard Brake star in this suspenseful horror thriller of an Airbnb. And I went in there expecting it to be like something like a home invasion or something of that, but it surprised me with its story and its twist and its horror elements and its messed up characters. And I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, and I got why everyone was raving about it. And if you've got Disney Plus, it recently dropped on there, I believe. So yeah, Barbarian. They definitely do a Hitchcock on us with one of the characters, but yeah, it's very good, and I don't want to really spoil much of it. Just go check it out for yourself. And my number one, of course, is Terrifier 2. Yeah, Art the Clown is back again. 2016 sequel to 2016's Terrifier, where Art the Clown once again is back. And we all know him from the other films like All Hallows Eve and another one he was in. In 2016 he did Terrifier, and in this one we got the sequel. David Howard Thornton playing Art, just brilliant. Doesn't even say a single line, and he just puts up a chilling and brilliant performance. I gotta say, I'm not really scared of clowns, but Art, he's a clown I would not like to come across. Particularly the practical effects that were used in this film and the brutal kills. I was like, oh yeah. Even, I get why some people felt sick watching this, but it just made me squirm. If a horror can do that, they're doing it good. And we even got like a final girl in this one, like a badass, a real fighter, called Sienna, and she, if they're gonna be, I really hope they do a Terrifier 3 after seeing this one. I want to see a third movie in this franchise, maybe round it as a trilogy, but yeah, Terrifier 2, I gotta say, one of those rare sequels that I think are a bit better than the first. So yeah, Terrifier 2 is my favourite, my best horror movie of 2022. So there you have it. These films have all been my personal opinion. If you have your own, then please feel free to share down below in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So yeah, here's to 2023 being another good year for horror movies. I've got a few anticipations at the minute, but yeah, something to look forward to. So yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares. And I'll see you in 2023. If I don't do another video by then. See ya!